other partner, you'll hear that. And I think it's because we are partners in crime, in the crime of being great, in the crime of being consistent, in the crime of being queen, you know, if you want to call those things a crime. But yeah, she's my partner, and we're doing this life thing together, you know, in our own very unique way. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and thank you so much for being here, babes. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna jump straight into it, and I think one of the first questions I want to ask is, how did the whole entrepreneurship and business journey start for you? Like, from way back when? Are you one of those people who were, you know, selling sweets in high school, always knew that, you know, you've got this hustle thing in you, or where did it all begin for you?
Yeah, I think it began quite a while back. I was not necessarily an entrepreneur in primary school or in high school. However, my parents were in business. So every weekend when we were in boarding school, or when it was during school holidays, we'd come back and they would say, okay, just you're gonna work. You're gonna go into the business. You're either gonna be, so those who know, my parents were in franchise, are still in franchise. So they said that you're either gonna be a cashier, you're gonna pack the groceries for someone, you are just going to be an all-rounder. So I think that's where my journey with entrepreneurship started. My father also believed that for everything that I had to get, or maybe that he had to buy for me, I had to earn it. So I had to work for it. I cannot associate any other event in my life apart from that my parents were in franchise, in entrepreneurship. So I learned from the way up, from being a packer to being a cashier to everything in the business, starting from the way down. So I would like to tribute, or to attribute my entrepreneur skills and lessons from that time. And this was when I was in grade 7, from grade 7 all the way to varsity. That's how it has always been.
That's amazing. I think I identify with that so much because both my father and mother were also entrepreneurs, and literally that's where I know this entrepreneurship life from. It's just seeing them do what they do, and that's really exciting. And then when did you officially start? What was your business?
Not directly from school, actually. So after school, I think I worked only a year, and then I went into business. So I think we must define this correctly. So I'm in business. I would call it it's self-employment. So DJ Spoo says, if you are self-employed and you have to be there 24/7, so your business depends on you. So that's self-employment. So other ventures in my life, for example, I construct CVs, I write profiles, I educate how people can conduct themselves in interview skills. So I would call that entrepreneurship. So immediately after school, my mother said to me, "Oh, why don't you? Are you thinking of opening a practice?" And I said, "No, I don't." And at that time, I did not. So then I think a year later, then I realized, okay, you know what? I think I could be doing much more than what I am doing here. And then that's when I ventured into private practice. So I think we can call private practice entrepreneurship because there's a lot, actually. I think we lost Mbadi there. It's probably her network. Bear with us. Let me just add her again. So in private practice, guys, you just basically do everything. Initially, when you are starting out, you're just doing everything. I think you'll search for a receptionist or whatever, but initially you have to teach everyone how you want to work with them. So I would call private practice entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
so that's what happened with me. So immediately, like a year after I had worked, I think we keep on losing you there. It must be your network, ne?
Yeah, I think it is my network. I'm just hoping that it will be stable going forward. but I might need to also do what you did and like swap SIM cards and routers and all of that. But I think let's keep going for a bit, and if it does it again, then I'll definitely come out and swap SIM cards and everything and
Oh, okay. So I was saying that immediately after school, then I think I worked a year, and then I realized that I could be doing so much better. And then it is then that I ventured into entrepreneurship. But I also think it depends on your leadership skills. Sometimes you are a leader and you are in someone's business, and then you realize that I don't think I want to follow suit this person, or they don't align with my values or what I believe in. And that's when the conflict is going to come about, and that's when you decide, okay, I'm just going to do my own thing. So it has to be within you. Personally, I think that I was born with leadership skills. It is evident, it has always been evident, like in everything that I do. My friends, my cousins, they always say, Can, you've always been the leading factor, even from your younger days. So I believe that I was born a leader. It's evident everywhere that I am. I could be deciding, okay, no, I'm just gonna sit back and watch, but it always comes out. It always comes out. So it has to be within you as well.
I love that. I really, really love that. Wow. I think it's just like I said again, once again, I realized that what you were saying now sounds so much like my journey, and I think I hadn't pinpointed it, how important it is that you have that thing within you, and that you are naturally a leader. Well, I guess that's not to say that if you aren't naturally a leader that you can't develop that and become an entrepreneur. But I love hearing that you've been basically leading in everything in your life, and that somehow just brought you to your entrepreneurship journey.